From the dawn of civilization to the age of empires, few commodities have shaped the destiny of mankind as profoundly as spices. Tiny seeds, fragrant barks, dried berries, and aromatic roots altered the course of trade, inspired voyages across unknown oceans, enriched kingdoms, and ignited wars. Their worth once rivaled that of gold, and entire civilizations rose to power through their control. The history of spices is not merely the story of flavor, it is the story of commerce, exploration, conquest, and cultural exchange that connected distant peoples long before the modern age. The use of spices reaches back into the misty origins of human civilization. Archaeological discoveries suggest that as early as 50,000 years ago, prehistoric communities may have flavored their food with aromatic plants and seeds. Yet it was in the great river civilizations of antiquity that spices became treasured commodities. In ancient Mesopotamia, merchants traded precious aromatics such as cinnamon and cassia through caravan routes that stretched across deserts and mountains. Clay tablets from the kingdoms of Sumer and Babylon mention spices as ingredients in medicines, perfumes, and sacred offerings. The ancient Egyptians held spices in particularly high esteem. They employed them not only in cooking but also in religious rituals and embalming practices. Cinnamon, myrrh, and frankincense accompanied kings into their tombs, for it was believed that pleasant fragrances pleased the gods and aided the soul's journey into eternity. No land has influenced the history of spices more profoundly than India. Blessed with fertile soils, tropical climates, and abundant monsoon rains, the Indian subcontinent became the world's greatest source of aromatic treasures. Black pepper, often called the king of spices, grew along the Malabar coast. Cardamom flourished in the forests of southern India, while turmeric, ginger, and cloves enriched kitchens and healing traditions alike. For thousands of years, Indian merchants carried these precious commodities to distant markets. The ancient ports of the Indian Ocean bustled with vessels arriving from Arabia, Persia, and East Africa. Long before the famous Silk Road achieved prominence, the spice routes connected the civilizations of Asia, Africa, and Europe. Caravans laden with pepper, cinnamon, and incense crossed the deserts of Arabia. Ships navigated the waters of the Arabian Sea and the Red Sea, linking Indian ports with Egyptian markets. Arab merchants became the masters of this trade. They carefully guarded the origins of spices, weaving tales of mythical birds and dangerous serpents to conceal the locations where these treasures grew. The civilizations of Greece and Rome developed an insatiable appetite for spices. Wealthy households flavored wines with cinnamon, seasoned meats with pepper, and burned incense during religious ceremonies. The Greek physician Hippocrates praised numerous spices for their medicinal virtues. Pepper and cumin became common ingredients in treatments prescribed by ancient healers. Yet it was Rome that transformed the spice trade into a vast commercial enterprise. Roman merchants sailed to India through the Red Sea using knowledge of seasonal monsoon winds. Vast quantities of pepper flowed into the Roman Empire. Following the decline of the Roman Empire, Arab merchants emerged as the undisputed rulers of the spice trade. The Islamic Golden Age witnessed remarkable advances in navigation, astronomy, and commerce, enabling Muslim traders to establish extensive networks spanning from Spain to China. Cities such as Baghdad, Cairo, and Damascus flourished as centers of international trade. Arab sailors mastered the seasonal winds of the Indian Ocean and transported spices to Mediterranean markets. Under their stewardship, spices reached Europe through a complex web of intermediaries. Every transaction increased their value, so that by the time pepper reached the markets of Venice or Genoa, its price had multiplied many times over.